Give me some head. Put the storm back in it. Music, what you doing? All talk, straight talk, every minute. Alright, Ms Vee, you're back in it.
Live, straight talk with Ms Vee from WMEG Online Radio. In the building, here at Prime Draw. Okay. We got the boy Big Tom.
House.
Big Tay.
What's good?
And our special lovely lady, Ms Vee. I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody who follow us know that the show was going to be 6 o'clock. Everybody know I'm uptight about times, but what had happened was, Zee Jack flew her here late. Her driver was late getting us to the building. It's the celebrity shit. I can't work with it. I can't. Yo, I mean,
talk shit about me.
All the money that you put in on the jet, you should have been here, but you're here. I know, and I greatly appreciate it.
Fuel is expensive, so you know.
So if y'all fly slower, it lasts longer?
Yes.
There you go. All right. Ms Zee, thank you for having Straight Talk with Ms Vee here. Me and the fellas, we appreciate being here tonight.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
You are a part of our, we don't want to say gentleman thing anymore. We want to say the cigar world thing we have been going on for like a month now. Different places. So the reason that you were so prevalent to this interview, to this series, was because the difference is you're a lady. Now all the time, well, you know what, I've seen you before, so I know you ain't a lady all the time. But no, really, you, most places are owned by men or overwhelmed by men. So now, you know, from the information that we have, you have been doing this for 4 years.
3, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Two in the brick and mortar, 1 prior to the brick and mortar.
Okay, so you went from that to that.
Yeah, so we started off, me and my prior partner, which most people know, Frank Thompson. I started off with cigars with him, smoking, and Prime was really a dream. He wanted a mobile, it kind of developed. We started off doing pop-ups. Mm-hmm. In our first month out, we ended up with a partnership with TGI Fridays, the one in Mondawmin.
Right, that's where I remember seeing you out front there.
Yeah, so we was doing cigars and hookah on the outdoor patio on Friday nights because that was Grown and Sexy night. And then they asked us to do Thursday night, and then we were doing events, and the whole time we were working on a brick and mortar. So, you know, a year later.
So y'all already had the plan put together?
Yes.
All right, so now, one thing that wasn't in your bio that I have had the pleasure of knowing, why you look like that? What? No, it's good. The thing is, what I learned, that not only were you here and getting everything together, but you took out the walls and you did the electrical work. And you know what I mean? Like a lot of guys are like, yeah, I got my building, I got my spot, and we on point. Excuse me. Well, what happened is you actually was like implemented into all of this. Like you put it in there. So how does it feel? Like that's a baby right there.
It is. I guess for me, because that's my background. I was in the Navy for 10 years. I was a boatswain's mate for people who know Navy. So I did a lot of powder coating, a lot of painting and preservations. I drive small boats. I do a lot of male-dominated things. But I started working with my hands building when I was in 6th grade. Rebuilt my parents' shed doors, and it kind of took off. But so I don't believe in paying people for what I can do myself. So if we could keep the money in-house, then I'm going to do the work. And at the time I was injured, but I was like, look, we're not paying money for what we can do ourselves. So yeah, knocked down the walls, rerouted the electrical, put in the floors, repaired the drywall, you know.
Yeah, but that was the thing that kind of caught me. I'm a person all for women. Everybody knows, when Straight Talk with Ms Vee, they can call her every name in the book. And I'm like, hold up, nigga, because, you know, I'm all for the next woman making it, right? But that was the thing that caught my eye when we had the conversation. We had a conversation prior to the buyout. And when you told me that was a big deal. So tell me, what was like the most tedious thing outside of the electrical? I know that had to be hard.
Well, actually, electrical wasn't bad because it was already running in sequence. We changed the lights. The lights were fluorescents. We changed them. So these lights changed to multiple colors, the down lights.
Okay.
Depending on whose party it is, what their favorite color is, you know.
Yeah, 'cause I've been here and blue at night.
Yes. Then sometimes we do red. Pick it just, you know, fireplace, depending on how you're feeling. But to be honest, to me, the most tedious thing was the floor, and not because I could throw on the floor quick, but with my back injury, it was very difficult for me. But outside of that, you know, just the little nuances. For the people who come to Prime, they know I'm constantly changing something.
Okay.
So, you know, this furniture wasn't here.
Going back there, the sign we talked about. So I know some things.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the sign back there.
Coming in and making it.
Yes, and probably building out the backboards, because I'm gonna tell you, the whole time I was building out G, who don't like to get put on the spot, but our Prime Draw manager, she actually helped me build out, because I was dealing with a lot of pain, so I built out the bench seat with the intention to make it comfortable for our well-endowed sisters, you know, who working with a little something.
See,
Put a little, you know what I'm talking about?
I appreciate you.
You know, putting a little something on the bench. And then I wanted to be comfortable enough to support your lumbar spine and to be comfortable. So all of the backboards were built out.
So tell me, how did you go about knowing, like, what cigars you want to put in here, how you wanted to have it, what you wanted to sell? Because everybody don't smoke the same stuff, and some stuff is just, you know, not up to par. Some stuff, you know, like that's the best. How did you know how to differentiate what to use?
Well, I listen to people first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm open to hearing what pleases a person's palate, because the truth is there's no such thing as a bad cigar, because it may be good to someone.
Right.
Because everybody's palate functions a little differently. So when we were coming into Prime, the biggest thing was being different. And you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. It's not for kids either. So
no kids watch Straight Talk.
I hope not. So we basically said, look, let's do something different. The boutique cigar market is not covered heavily in Maryland, period. In a lot of states it's not. And I love boutique cigars. That's really what drew me in. And so I said, let's do the boutiques. And he was like, yeah, let's do the boutiques. And so now, Prime is where you come when you want something different.
So let me ask you this. You said we and what we decided, but the big deal for me is that we is gone in this year. And you're still doing this. You're still picking them out. You still know how to carry it. So I understand it started as a we, but my passion about the conversation is that you, as a woman, know what to pick. Like, you know what to bring forth. You know what you want to have in here, because what we have experienced, I talked to the gentleman, Naveen, I want to say, owns Cross Street the other day, and we were talking, and he talked like everybody, cigar shops is about party more party, and this, that, and the third, and a lot of things he had to say. And I was like, well, I'm interviewing a nice young lady on Wednesday. And he looked like, he kind of stepped back like he wanted to say something, but he didn't know what to say, because he didn't know if I knew the lady he was going to talk about. But it actually wasn't your spot, it was another lady he was going to talk about. But men have a tendency to look at women in the cigar world like, oh, she just in here to show her ass. Or she don't know what she's smoking, she just getting it because the dude next to her got it.
Yeah, so you know, she in here with her man. She in here with her man. Really, he in here with me, you know.
And
I'm saying, that's true. I will say,
right.
You know,
I'm saying now without the weed.
Yes.
And you're still doing this.
Yes, and we were talking past tense, but for the last year, it has been me solo. I just hit a year last month.
Congratulations.
Solo, thank you. But the humidor was always kind of my baby. I'm real particular. I bake. I had a cake decorating business for 7 years, so my palate is different, you know, because my palate is in tune with food. So, you know,
flavor is your thing.
Yes, and so a nice complex profile is my thing. And then I also listen to people, but I did the research. I do a lot of research. I leave here, I'm up at night, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'm doing research, I'm calling, I'm talking to the owners, I'm asking for samples. I have people that come in Prime who are like, Z, taste this, I think you'll like it. I mean, everybody in here gets me cigars because they know I'm a smoker, and I'm actually look at the cigar, do the research, find out if it's quality, and if it's good, I'm gonna put it in a humidor. You know.